Okay, I know I've criticised yellowpages.com.au in the past, but I guess it's because they have such a huge opportunity, a better opportunity than any other business in Australia to really help Australian businesses in the online space. And so today I just wanted to show you what I think the Yellow Pages should be doing, in my humble opinion, or how they could at least make a difference to helping Australian businesses get online and take advantage of the internet. So, first of all, we'll just go to Google, where we're at the moment. And one of the things that, in recent times, Yellow Pages has said that they're doing is making their database accessible to Google, so you've got more chance, if you're a Yellow Pages advertiser, to be found in Google. Now let's just say you're looking for an electrician. So we type in electrician, and let's just say, give a suburb, let's just say Frankston. Okay, and that didn't actually work, so we'll try that again. Frankston, electrician. Now what we've got here is, of course, the first thing that we see is the Google Maps, the Google Map listings here. And that's, I guess, Google's answer at the moment to local advertising within Google, even though it's free. And then we've got a directory down here called Hot Frog. Now, there's no reason why Yellow Pages couldn't be that directory, except that they're not set up properly. But all you're trying to do with search engine optimization as an online marketing company is deliver the content to people who are searching for it, right? So Google's charter is to make information accessible and make sure things can be searched. What we try to do is make sure that if you have a business that has content that people are looking for, we make sure that they can find it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if I'm looking for a Frankston electrician, I want to find one. I don't necessarily want to go to a guide that's not going to tell me anything. But here we've got about 3 or 4 guides. One of them is the Frankston City Council, which I doubt whether it's got a full trades directory. I'm not 100% sure. But there's no actual listing for an electrician there, except for that guy there. But it's an appliance repair, it's not really an electrician. So what Yellow Pages' opportunity is to, capture that market with they've got, God knows how many hundreds of thousands of businesses in their directories. But a quick search of how many pages Yellow Pages actually has in the Google index, and Google's telling us there's about 440,000 pages in their index. And it seems that this push to get their listings into the index has prompted a lot of these sorts of pages, which are just basically placeholder pages. And I can see what they're doing. They're trying to, like this is aluminium fabricators, right? Well, that's an H1 tag, which is what we always tell people to do for the phrase you want to rank for. But where it's sort of buggered up, and this is probably with their the content management system that they're using, is up here you will see the page title has got the web address first, which we always say to people, it's pretty pointless unless you want to rank for your web address. If people, I don't understand why web developers insist on putting a web address up in your page title. It's just not necessarily. Word help, I would ditch completely. Heading information, that's a bit of a faux pas, I think, on the part of the content management system that they haven't been able to get rid of. But they've got to get rid of that. And aluminium fabricators. Now this is good. This is a good start, I guess you could say. But it's not going to make people click if someone finds this. Not that they are finding this at the moment. So what I think the opportunity for Yellow Pages is to have every listing in their database set up in this sort of fashion, rather than these heading pages or these section pages set up in this sort of fashion. So if I'm a Frankston electrician, I want Frankston electrician in my page title within the Yellow Pages database. And the Yellow Pages has that massive opportunity because people are looking for these things. At the moment, the Google searches are returning a variety of directories and the occasional actual tradesman, but they're not doing the job that people want to see, which is, I want to see a variety of Franks electricians. If I go to Yellow Pages, I'm not going to get that. I'm just going to get the first 2 pages is going to be people who have paid to come up first, which is not what I want either. What I do want is a list of electricians in my local area, and if they're in a Yellow Pages listing, I know they've sort of already been vetted. Because it's a bit like coming across a house when you are searching for real estate in a certain area and you come across a realestate.com.au listing. You know that's a big directory of ads for real estate. So you know that it's probably a house for sale that you want to have a look at. Well, the same would apply with Yellow Pages, but they have to get their external backlinking sorted, and they have to get their database sorted. At the moment, the Googlebot doesn't seem to be able to get down into the nitty-gritty of the actual listings within Yellow Pages itself. The next step for Yellow Pages, I think, is to the point where, okay, I've got a listing, but what's the big thing now that we're seeing people, and the way that people use the internet is social networking, it's video. I mean, Census has a massive opportunity with video, and I don't know why they haven't captured it already. But, if every business listing within the Yellow Pages had a $200 or $500 video ad as well that Yellow Pages could on-sell to them, and they could do it with a handy cam, because let's face it, when we talk about internet video, we're talking about the stuff we're doing right here. Easy, accessible, production values aren't fantastic, but it gets the message across. And the same applies with Yellow Pages listings. If every one of those businesses had a short 20-second video that told us something about their business, it's going to help me make my decision. That's easy for me to say this time of morning. It is early. So that's all I'm saying about the Yellow Pages. I know I kick them and bag them a bit, but I just think that they have such a massive opportunity for businesses in Australia, and they're not capturing it online. I mean, you could do a Yellow Pages film festival for all your advertisers. And imagine all the film students out there that would love to get involved with that in creating short, snappy video ads that can appear on YouTube, that can appear within Yellow Pages, that can appear on mobile phones. I mean, there's a whole raft of opportunities for Yellow Pages. And, when Yellow Pages started out online back in the early 90s, they went down the path of having a VRML whole database, for those of you who remember that, in VRML, or also known as VRML, Virtual Reality Modeling Language. And it was a 3D world of accessing the Yellow Pages database. And of course it was a dismal failure, because not only is that a bad way to access information in a hurry in a 3D environment, and you get dizzy and you feel sick, but it was also a bad idea because we're all on 14.4K modems then, and no one could actually see the thing. But they've come a long way, and I just hope that they're going to take the next step, because they, more than anybody else in Australia, has the access to the data. And that's it for today's show. If you've got any questions or anything you want to know, then just shoot them through and we'll answer them as best we can. And in the meantime, keep ranking. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.